Aljamain Sterling wants a pay raise for the TJ Dillashaw fight, says he has not yet signed to fight him at UFC 279, and that is the reason this is the UFC's women's bantamweight division. I'm just going to give it to you straight. Aljamain, just take the fight, man. You're going to make some good money with it. Just take the fight. Now people are going to blame you for not taking the fight. If it gets postponed to UFC 280 or something, they're gonna say you're ducking TJ Dillashaw, so just take the fight already, Aljamain Sterling. I understand he wants to make some more money and things like that, maybe get some pay-per-view points, but we know what's gonna happen. We all know Sterling versus Dillashaw is gonna happen. He wants the pay raise. Even if he doesn't get the pay raise, he's still going to do the fight. Like, no matter what, Sterling is going to do this fight with TJ Dillashaw. There's no other fight out there that's going to make him nearly as much money as it would to fight TJ Dillashaw. The snake in the grass over there, TJ Dillashaw. It's going to make Aljamain Sterling, the paper champion, like you guys like to call him, going to make him a lot of money. So Aljamain Sterling, whatever happens with this argument with the UFC and Aljamain Sterling for the pay dispute on the pay-per-view points and whatever, the fight's going to happen. UFC 279, main or co-main event. This is it. There's no way it's not going to happen over a pay raise or pay dispute. First story of the day. Song Yadong versus Cory Sandhagen, targeted for September 17th. I am so happy right now. This is such a banger of a fight. I'm flipping out, guys. I just saw this like a minute ago, man. I love it. I love this fight. UFC main event for September 17th via Big Marcel 24. I am flipping out, guys. This is a banger of a fight right here. Big Marcel just put it out on his Instagram right here. I don't know where he posted it, probably on his Twitter. I don't care. We have oh my gosh. The UFC's working on a bantamweight fight between Cory Sandhagen and Song Yadong. The fight is targeted to headline the Fight Night event on September 17. 5 rounds in the bantamweight division. I called it, guys. We knew it. We said it on yesterday's live stream. The number 4 contender versus the number 9 contender. 5-round UFC bantamweight main events. Oh, I love it. Some of y'all are saying you called it before me. I don't care. It's a good fight. This is a really, really good fight. It's for September 17th main event. What card is that? What's September 17th main event? Dude, this is crazy news. I love this fight, though. Song Yadong is a young, up-and-coming prospect in this bantamweight division, and at this point, he's not even a prospect. The dude's about to fight against Cory Sandhagen right here. What was it, September 17th, this card? Oh, yes. 24 years old, 5'11" for Cory Sandhagen, 5'8" for Song Yadong. I love it. I love this fight right here. He did lose to Kyler Phillips, which is kind of sad in the whole grand scheme of things and things like that, but it's a good fight. It's a banger of a fight. Who do you guys have? Cory or Song Yadong? Love the fight. Adrian Yanez vows to KO Tony Kelley after the Brazil comments. Now, this is interesting. I've heard a lot of things on the Tony Kelley comments where he was like, "Let's knock out those dirty Brazilians," or whatever he was saying. Let's see, what did he say? Now this is freaking Adrian Yanez's quote right there. But he said in his freaking fighter corner with what's the girl's name? The freaking, she's like a top 10 women's flyweight girl. Forgetting the name right now, but he said something about the dirty Brazilian since he was fighting Viviane Araújo, and I guess Adrian Yanez took some offense to it. Says he vows to KO Tony Kelley after the Brazil comments. He's not naive to Brazilian fans wanting him to punish Tony Kelley, as he's embracing the pressure that comes with it. Like Derek Lewis says, Houston throws. We swing and bang, baby. It's exactly what I'm going to do. Can't wait for the fight, dude. it's gonna be a banger, guys. Like, there's no chance a freaking Adrian Yanez fight, the mini Masvidal, like I like to call him, versus Tony Kelley. There's no way this is gonna be a bad fight by any means. This is gonna be fight of the night, and Adrian Yanez is saying he vows to knock out Kelley in this fight. Will it happen? We shall see. Really good fight in the bantamweight division right there. Oliveira says commission, quote-unquote, stole his title away. Oliveira is placing blame on the Arizona State Athletic Commission for his missed weight at UFC 274, in which he had a full hour to re-weigh and to recut the weight and get back down to 155 pounds. He's saying in the aftermath, it's still in the forefront of his mind. The day before UFC 274 was set to go down in Phoenix, Arizona, fighters on the card, including Oliveira, came to the official weigh-ins. Oliveira missed weight on that first attempt and was given one more chance. After some time, he missed again and was stripped of the belt. He still won the fight, but he was stripped of the belt. Since this day, some other fighters like Oliveira, like there was like one or two other girls on the card as well, said there might have been some tampering. I don't know. You never know with this sort of thing. It could be true, it could not be, but he's saying the commission stole his title right there. The next day, I was happy playing with everyone. When I weighed in, I was like 1 kilogram above the scale. It was already another. Immediately said it was crazy. It's impossible. I did exercise, went to sauna, everything that was possible to do, I did. I lost 800 grams quickly. Then I received information from all the fighters that there was a mistake in the balance, and fighters received it, and I was the only one who did not. Now, this is interesting because Oliveira, obviously, I mean, this was huge implications about a month ago with Oliveira losing his UFC lightweight title for the simple reason that he was off by weight, like 0.1, 0.2 pounds, just the smallest of margin. Actually made him a non-UFC champion in this lightweight division, and he's saying the UFC didn't even notify him about the scale implications, about the differences in the scale, and that they notified every other fighter on the card. So this is very interesting. The City Athletic Commission robbed me. They stole from me. That is the reality. They wanted to take off my belt to mess with my head, but it happened the other way around. This served to show the division and the world that I am another Charles, lightweight champion. No matter how hard they try to mess with my head, I am the champion. So crazy news in the lightweight division. What do you guys think? Do you think that maybe the commission purposely did this to Charles Oliveira, told literally every single other person but Oliveira, and they kind of just left him out of the loop? Or do you think Oliveira just, messed up on the scales, just did not cut enough weight? Put your thoughts down below. That's a crazy story in the lightweight division. Zabit Magomedsharipov releases the first statement addressing his MMA retirement. The man, the myth, almost a legend. If he would have fought more times than he didn't retire, he could be a legend of the sport. But now he is retired as of yesterday or the day before that, and he has a message to all UFC fans, to coaches, to Bellator fans, to literally anyone that has followed Zabit's journey throughout the UFC. He has his message, and he says, Assalamu alaikum, friends. I'm not too sure how to say that one. I know that many of you are waiting for my return. There's not a single day that someone did not ask, when is my next fight? But I decided to end my pro sports career. Disruptions of fights and health problems, all of this did not allow me to perform or fight earlier. I have recovered now, but I really don't feel the way I used to. Thank you to everyone who has supported me for such a long time. I didn't have time to become a champion, but I think even without this, I hope I was able to please and entertain you, the fans. I ceased to be an active athlete, but I do not leave the sport. I have something and with whom to share my knowledge as a coach or maybe a training partner or something like that. So don't say goodbye, friends. Crazy news. So yeah, Zabit, as we all know, did retire yesterday, but I believe he's gonna take more of a Henry Cejudo, Khabib Nurmagomedov role, as both of them are taking a more active role of not really fighting as a UFC fighter, champion and things like that, but more focusing on their brothers, their training partners, their teammates and things like that, and trying to build them as the new generation of talent to become champions, kind of like how Khabib and Henry Cejudo does. So maybe Zabit Magomedsharipov is going to be the new great coach, like a Henry Cejudo, like a Khabib Nurmagomedov. But what do you guys think? Zabit Magomedsharipov as a coach after retiring from MMA? Put your thoughts down below. Tatiana Suarez pinpoints her biggest challenge ahead of UFC return. She's been gearing up for a long-awaited return. I'm talking years and years and years out of the octagon. Her last fight was against Nina Nunes in 2019, but injury after injury after injury, most recently a knee injury, had her to kind of pull out of all of these fights. She was supposed to fight on that Volkanovski card with Brian Ortega and Volkanovski at UFC 266, but that one did get canceled. But now she is saying she might be pinpointing for another potential fight. She's trying to look at fights with both Miesha Tate, Lauren Murphy, Jessica Ai, Macy Barber, most likely the winner of one of those fights. Because I think Miesha Tate wins her fight, I think Macy Barber wins her fight, and I think the most likely matchup for Tatiana Suarez, for her, the best matchup for her would be Miesha Tate. Get her a lot of fan notoriety and things like that, and just get her an immediate title shot. But, you know, Valentina Shevchenko already said she kind of wants Miesha Tate. She wants the easy win in a title fight with Miesha Tate. So I don't really know if Tatiana Suarez is necessarily going to go out there and get a Miesha Tate fight right off the bat. But she definitely deserves it. I mean, she was absolutely dominating that UFC women's flyweight division and strawweight division, so she deserves it. But I don't know if the UFC is going to be willing to do it, but maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll give her Caitlin Chookagian, but I assume one fight for Tatiana Suarez, and honestly, the UFC is going to give her a title shot. They need some new blood in this flyweight division. Valentina as champion is a very good thing, but we saw her weakness, wrestling and grappling. Tatiana Suarez is exactly the threat to go out there and beat Valentina Shevchenko. Taila Santos was sort of kind of that threat, but she didn't really have the wrestling in the later rounds as well. She only had the grappling and the submission threat. Suarez can literally go out there, take down Valentina over and over and over again throughout this fight, and absolutely destroy her. So I think if Tatiana were to get that shot in her return to the UFC octagon, I think she probably beats most of the girls in that top 15. Maybe Andrade, Manafiora, maybe they can beat her on the feet or whatever the case may be. But Valentina's wrestling and grappling really was disproven in that Taila Santos fight. And yes, Taila Santos is very, very legit, but this is a legit wrestler here. I think Tatiana Suarez will be the next UFC flyweight champion if she does get the title shot, but we shall see. Jiri Prochazka names his next opponent and location preference for his first UFC light heavyweight title defense. Newly crowned UFC light heavyweight champion is saying that he does not want to fight Magomed Ankalaev. I don't know. Who does he want to fight? There's seemingly three options for the light heavyweight title picture. A rematch with Teixeira, which will be absolutely bonkers, man. That'd be an amazing fight. You got the Jan Blachowicz fight, of course. He is the number 2 contender at the moment. And then you got Ankalaev versus Smith. That is going to be happening at UFC 277. But during his appearance on the MMA Hour, Prochazka shared a similar sentiment to Blachowicz when revealing his preference, suggesting that a clash with a Polish star in their home continent in Europe would be the biggest event in European MMA history. I would have to agree. Personally, I'm a little bit biased in that I really love Glover as a fighter. I would love to see Glover Teixeira get another fight, not only for the fans, not only for how good of a fight the first one was. I really love Glover as a fighter, but in terms of what makes the most sense for Jiri Prochazka as of right now, what's going to make him the most money, the UFC the most money, what's going to build the buzz around the UFC light heavyweight division, it's going to be a Prochazka versus Jan Blachowicz fight, which is really going to build either the winner, Jiri, or the winner, Jan Blachowicz, as a mega star over there in Europe, whoever the winner is right there. So that is his preference fight for his first title defense. He does not want the rematch with Glover Teixeira, even though it was so close. He doesn't want Ankalaev or Smith, which is why I'm saying most likely one of them, the winner of that fight, is going to fight Glover Teixeira, but there's plenty of things that can happen. What do you guys think? Prochazka versus versus Teixeira rematch, Prochazka versus Blachowicz, or Prochazka versus the winner of Ankalaev versus Smith? Put your thoughts down below.